Camar Wheaton, who, of course, at this point would be a bit of a fantasy wish, hope that he would decommit from Alabama. But we've got Brandon asking about the chances of Wheaton and Oklahoma.
So, Mark, this is a very, very bizarre situation. So, obviously, I know most people here watching know the story of Camar Wheaton was a long-time commit for not necessarily a commit, but really a strong lean to Oklahoma. And last year's recruiting cycle ended up late going to Alabama. And so he hasn't officially hit the portal. But the strange thing about this story, Mark, is that he's just picked up and left Alabama. So essentially, from what I understand, he no communication with the coaches, no communication. He just did not enroll in the he just didn't enroll in the spring semester here, and has packed up and left. So it's a thought that he's going to be in the transfer portal, but he hasn't officially landed there yet. So, I don't know the way that he left would cause me a little bit of concern. If I was Oklahoma looking at this kid. So, I think at the end of the day, running back is a position where you can probably never have enough depth. Oklahoma has been through this a couple of situations where they needed to have more depth than they needed. So if he's a kid that Oklahoma feels strongly about and wants to kind of take a chance and take an opportunity on, then sure. But I think Oklahoma probably likes where they're at. From a running back perspective, based on who they have coming back and who they've gotten through. Gavin Sawchuk is a guy. Javante Barnes is another guy. Barnes is actually a guy that's actually in the spring. He's an early enrollee. Along with Marcus Major as well. So those are the guys that Oklahoma has, and then they've got the couple of Eric Gray's also in the mix, and then a couple of walk-ons that they potentially we're going to have to look at playing last year. So interesting situation, but I think Oklahoma would entertain it if they felt like kind of heard the story, understand the story a little bit on why he did or is leaving Alabama and what that situation was about.
Yeah, a number of people certainly go through experiences in life where they do dumb, irresponsible things, and it gets corrected and they learn from it and grow and mature. But still, yeah, that needs to be looked into, because that's definitely it's a red flag. That doesn't mean it's the end of the world. That doesn't mean he can't change and mature. And that doesn't mean that there weren't certain circumstances. But obviously regardless of the circumstances, he was irresponsible in not notifying the coaches and going through the proper channels to leave the University of Alabama. Camar Wheaton, I think I mispronounced his name the first time I threw it out there. I definitely know who that is, but haven't seen or said his name in so long. Yes, Camar Wheaton, one-time Alabama commit. Obviously, Oklahoma was right there, 1-2 in the running for his commitment with Alabama, and who knows about that possibility.